go.
Guys, tell me what you think about that new intro right there. Yeah. Actually, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we good. Here.
You're now connected to Community Connections Conversation. Doc done blew all the air out the road. Yeah. He good though. I just need you to relax and breathe. Hey, if you got to call in toward the back half of the show, 601-937-5671. We're going to see if we can't get you on the line. 601-937-5671. I'm not guaranteeing. I don't make promises, nor do I guarantee anything. You know how you humans are. Y'all forget about your role in something. You want to make sure everybody else holds it up. Shroom is out today. That's my intern on Sundays. Looking for some more interns. If you want to learn the game, I'm here to teach the game to you. And I'm not going to charge you nothing. Just be on time and some sweat equity. Just do what I ask you to do. I must have missed my hey.
That's what it is.
I've got Doc in here. Doc, I'm going to let you pronounce your name. That way I don't mess it up because at some point I'm going to stumble. Go right ahead and let our listeners and our viewers know who we got on the couch today.
All right. First, I would say greetings and Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. That means in the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, universal God of all. My name is Dr. BERTHRONE Mock-MUHAMMAD, and Mock-MUHAMMAD, that is my professional name, but those in the community know me by Dr. BERTHRONE, affectionately, and of course, Dr. Muhammad. So I'm very well pleased to be on the show with you, Brother Howard, and I'm ready to go. I'm pumped up. Sorry to put a delay on you or so on, but
not at all, sir.
The
I've been working for 62 years to be prepared and to be ready for this
62?
present.
What?
62, yes, sir.
Brother,
so it's an honor and a privilege. I've had the opportunity to be in audiences listening to you, and between you and my other. What's my other minister? Abram Muhammad.
Yes, Abram.
Man, y'all set a stage on fire.
Oh, man, we are ready. He gave me some good compliments, and so we're ready to go. So I'm hoping to live up to his expectation as well.
Oh, look out now, Doc. If you don't mind, bring the microphone a little bit closer to you.
All
right. Raise that little black thing up. Yeah, let me hear you wish. Let me hear you hit that hey.
Hey.
All right, we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. What I want to do is I want to make sure that you all become more connected, more familiar, more engaged. That way you'll have the appetite to participate with the Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic. So what I want to start with first, Doc, at the back of your name, you've got M.D. F.A.C.C. Would you please enlighten us on the journey of acquiring those alphabets?
Sure. A lot of years, a lot of gray hairs. But MD stands for medical doctor, which I am, and F.A.C.C. is a fellow associate of the American College of Cardiologists. So that's a certain distinction that certain cardiologists have, where they're respected by their peers and they're given a certain designation of ACC, the F.A.C.C.
Okay. And are you a local body, or you were transported into us? Are we blessed to have you come from someplace us to receive it? Please give us a little background.
Yes, okay. Well, I'm a country boy in the sense of the word, from Natchez, Mississippi. That's where the roots. That's where the roots came in. But my ancestry definitely is farther than that. I'm blessed to be able to know that one part of my ancestry starts in West Africa by virtue of Mali and Guinea-Bissau and Guinea.
Okay.
A very important, famous person by Abdul Rahman came by virtue in a book called Prince Among Slaves and was captured and transported to Natchez.
Let me slow down. So that's a family member.
That's a family.
That's your lineage.
That's my lineage.
Okay.
That's my lineage.
So back up again. Give us the book title again, and just back us up and recite that again for us.
Sure. The book is called Prince Among Slaves. It's the only book dealing with an African and African American biography that has been in the old Capitol Museum for many years.
Okay.
I've passed by it when I was in college at the Tougaloo College University.
Okay.
Tougaloo College itself had it, and we had discussions on it. But I never knew the connection until much later. And now they have family reunions every 2 or 3 years where they come back and they collaborate with the people that are on that journey in those countries, and we talk history. So I'm from Natchez, and of course, my route went through Tougaloo College as my alma mater.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Hold on.
sir. Yes,
Eagle
sir.
Leg.
There you go. Tougaloo Eagle Queen. That's right. Bulldog.
All right.
That's
Go right ahead. Keep on.
Right. And so with that, I studied under very phenomenal instructors there and was very active on the campus at Tougaloo College. Those that know me, I was the student body president. I was the vice president. I collaborated with a lot of events that most of your listeners probably may not have heard of, but I'll just take them through a history lane if you don't
Slow
mind.
walkers now. Don't take us fast because we don't listen well. Slow walkers. Slow walkers.
Well, if y'all know of any person by the name of Medgar Evers.
Oh,
I'm sure
go.
everyone
Yes,
knows
sir.
Medgar Evers,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you know his beloved wife, Merle Evers, had to fight hard to get justice for the killing and murder of her husband. And by virtue of that, there was the Byram Della Beckwith trial. And so we as students sat in on that trial. We were very active. Some of my colleagues, throw some names out. Derek Johnson, the current NAACP president, was my colleague, friend, and still today. And we also had others that were doing that. So Jackson State was involved, Tougaloo. We got on measures relating toward the closure of then Mississippi Valley State University, where they wanted to turn it into a prison.
They want to turn Mississippi Valley into a prison?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
At that time,
In the heart of the Delta?
Yes, sir. And the governor at that time was Governor Fordyce, who has passed on since that time. So this was all about the Ayers case and what was dealing with Jackson State and what they won that Ayers case as a result of 20-some thousand students, college students, marching and descended on the Capitol.
Give us a time frame.
This was in the 90s. This is probably 93.
Right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right around the corner.
And you said 20,000 stepped up and stepped out.
20,000. We started off with 5, and then we grew the next.
Wait, 5 people?
5,000.
5,000.
And that was all local.
Okay.
From Jackson State, Tougaloo College, et cetera, and even up in the Delta. And then when we came back, the NAACP came on board, and we had about 20,000 that amassed the Capitol. During that time period, people don't know what also occurred. Famous people came into our city that supported us. One being Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Brother
Dave Chappelle.
Dave
The
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. When he was very young in his career.
Okay.
I think he only had one movie, his first movie that came out.
Okay.
And,
I'm getting
and
chill. Go right ahead.
And his jokes wasn't the same then. But I think Mississippi had a way to turn it up.
Right.
He went into some your mama jokes, and I think at that point he found his way.
Okay.
And then we also had the greatness of the Honorable Tupac Shakur.
What?
Also, yes, we got him in, and we got him here on my either junior year or senior year, and we tore the campus down with him at the campus at Tougaloo College at the old Brownlee Gymnasium.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people in the community know about these things. Some people say we should have a book together, but the people that know, the elders like the Honorable Hollis Watkins Muhammad was one of the mentors that helped us behind the scenes to really get those going.
Wow.
So that's my Tougaloo part, and that's just Tougaloo.
Wow. There is a ancestral opportunity to experience in Natchez.
Yes.
And I don't want to give it. Would you please give us the name of that? It's not.
Yeah.
Go right
Mound?
ahead.
Okay. You talking about the Mound and which?
The Mound, and then there was another place where supposedly there was
the Shackles, where we call it 4 Points, where the slave trade occurred, where they still have shackles in the ground coming up out. Mississippi, particularly Natchez, is probably one of the only cities that had 4 rulers. Okay, we're talking about
now?
4 rulers. Like you had England, you had France, you had Spain, and then the indigenous people ruled it, and the Natchezian Indians or so, which most historians feel that a lot of that has blended into the vernacular as if there may have been brown-skinned individuals that were there, but they became extinct, but they
Okay.
once ruled. We had, I think, a tricentennial celebration about 10 years ago relating to that in the city. But there's so many cultural wonders there. When the Indian mounds, which we call the Indian pyramids, there you got all type of nostalgia that is in the area. But definitely ask a historian and definitely grant yourself a passport there to go.
Wow. Now there's another spot there where they say the fruit grows from the.
Oh yes,
What is the name of that?
The Devil's Punch Bowl.
That's the one.
Yes.
So
the
you
Devil's
just
Punch.
enlightened me. See, if you
Oh,
show
yes,
up
yes,
for the
yes.
conversation,
Oh,
you'll get
yeah.
more than what you bargained for.
Yes,
The
yes,
Devil's.
yes. Punch Bowl.
Okay, give us a little
Devil's
insight
Punch-
to the
so
Devil's
the
Punch
Devil's
Bowl.
Punch Bowl actually is a historical truth where a sad epidemic of brutality occurred, where the Union soldiers, and these were not even the Confederate, but when they were overcoming the Civil War and they were coming down in, they didn't know what to do with the people that were, quote, um, recently emancipated.
Okay.
And so they had to put them in these particular, I'll call them cowtails related enclosings. And they put them in this, and those people died and starved to death in this very big pit called the Devil's Punch Bowl.
Wow.
They left them there to die, to suffer, and be eaten by animals. And what they're stating is that the ground was so rich with fertility that certain peaches and things that grow there, that the richness come from the, of course, our remains.
Wow.
And that's why I call it Devil's Punch Bowl, because they feel it's been haunted. They feel it has the spirits of our ancestors there. And so by virtue of that, college and kids are so around, they would usually go there. It's like part of the rites of passage. They'll come over to the Devil's Punch Bowl and they have, certain types of events there and things like that.
Is it difficult to locate where this Devil's Punch Bowl is in the city of Natchez?
Not difficult to locate. It's very heavily wooded in the area of. But when you get to it, it's easy to get to it. You can find it on a map or Google it.
Okay. All right. Hey, so that's our history.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, now we're finna really roll. We're finna roll into some practitioner, being a provider, being a doctor in the community.
Yeah.
I want to start with the logo.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's start with the logo. And then I'm going to lead into the name and all this other good
yes,
stuff.
yes,
All right.
yes.
And we're going to run through this because we got a lot to share and a short amount of time to share it in. All right, Doc, give us a little insight to the logo here.
Yes. So you see the stethoscope and clearly the heart at the center, but there's a lotus. That's a lotus plant there. And that becomes because my clinic, in the way in which I trained, at some great institutions. I trained at Meharry Medical College. I trained at the Cleveland Clinic, internal medicine.
Is that Cleveland, Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And then came back to Meharry Medical College and did a chief residency. And then finished that and went to Vanderbilt University, where I trained in cardiology, general cardiology, adult cardiology, and EP heart failure.
Yes, sir.
Cardiology, where I do cardiac transplant.
Okay.
So all of that.
Wait. When you say cardiac transplant,
yes, sir.
What does that entail?
That means transporting a donor heart, out of an unfortunate individual into a new person with a surgeon. So that was the training that I did at Vanderbilt. And EP cardiologists putting in electrical devices such as pacemakers, defibrillators, etc.
Wow. Do me a favor. Would you show them those God's gifted hands? Would you just...
God indeed, because there's nothing on my record.
So was this a spiritual journey? Did you know this is what you want to do?
Man,
or you just been kind of...
I'm glad you asked that.
Wait. Show me them hands one more time. Those are not regular hands you guys are looking at now.
These are humble hands.
Okay, humble hands.
So I'm going to tell you this. I not always wanted to be a doctor.
Oh, yeah?
No. Some people they knew from birth they wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an electrical engineer.
Are you serious?
My father wanted to be an electrical engineer. He was a Vietnam vet, and God rest his soul. And I wanted to be an electrical engineer as he wanted to. He had books of TV, figuring out. But the point is that at that time he couldn't because opportunities wasn't there. He was just a Vietnam vet, and opportunities were not afforded. I was on the same track. However, God intervened, and I'll say that I loved my grandmother, my mother's mother, and he loved her too. Not too many men that love their mother-in-laws, but he loved her.
Oh, you slipped that one in. Go ahead.
Not too many.
Okay, go ahead.
But he loved her. And so we watched her suffer from chronic kidney disease, kidney failure, heart problems. and she literally died in our house and bled on the couch.
And what was your age at that time, you think?
I think I was probably about 8, 9, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
Young. And that settled with us. And it stuck with me for quite a while because I tried to avoid that because my dad never liked doctors.
Okay.
He hated them.
He probably had great reason.
Yes, for that reason.
Great reason.
So he said it took the paramedics never came to the house. And by virtue of that, the coroner came.
Okay.
I remember that. We lived in the city. We wasn't in the country.
Okay.
Area, but they wouldn't come to our community. And that stuck with my father. He became bitter and very resentful of that. And he turned to religion and faith with holiness healing, Pentecostal preacher. And so I'm a PK.
Okay. And what is a PK?
Preacher kid.
Okay.
Preacher kid.
They say them the worst one. And teacher kids.
I'm a teacher kid too. Oh, they say that's right. Worse too. But look at you now. look what you're hearing now. You're handing the knowledge out right now. So by virtue of that, she passed away. And so he tried his best to try to prevent her from bleeding out. She bled out on the couch.
Her age was?
Her age was only 40 years old.
Wow. I'm thinking a 70, 80-year-old.
40.
Baby. She was still a baby.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And every milestone that we see in people passing the 40, we say someone lost their grandmother at that age.
Oh.
And so health is very important. And so I wind up finding a way to come back to electrical engineering through the electrical pacemaker stuff I do.
Yes, sir.
But God see fit that I went that track. And the military was the track of that. Military for certain people reach a different point. I went through the Air Force. I was a flight medic.
Military man too.
Air Force flight medic, Desert Storm.
Okay.
And so by virtue of that, I became a medic and took that back. And that's how the track to health went. Now, getting back to your design, because everything starts with what something means. And this design here was created in concert by one of my nurses and myself when we were contemplating what things this clinic would do. So this clinic is not just your typical cardiology clinic. It is an integrated clinic that deals with health services from behavioral health. That's why the lotus crown is a crown put on your head. And we're talking about fulfilling what God's purpose is to cultivate us both physically, mentally, and spiritually in the aspect. And that's what that means. So that crown is crowning yourself so that the heart and the mind connects together. So we do a lot of heart-mind connections with psychological counseling, evaluations, heart management, but also physical therapy as well, and nutritional enhancement. So we do all of that in the clinic. And that's kind of why it's a niche of what we do together.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So that encompasses the whole person.
The whole person.
The whole person.
The whole person.
Okay. Yeah. Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic. Mm-hmm. Who came up with the name?
The clinic name actually was my concoction, but others stated that it had different concoctions of it. Heart Plus Clinic, Heart Plus Center. But we wanted to say that heart was not the center of it, but it was heart and plus. So we did other things in a matter of aiding the heart,
yes, sir,
but in a plus system where we added integrated technologies.
For my people that are just waking up, Heart Plus Diagnostic Center is a multi-specialty integrated health clinic combining the fields of internal medicine, cardiology, electrodiagnostics, behavioral health, clinical massage with physical therapeutics, and health and wellness.
Correct.
Any of those jump out at you?
Well, wellness in general, really, as a doctor, we should be healers and not just those that do things just for the aspect of money and cash flow. So healers heal. And so it is justified on the fact of what the results are. I once was told by a hospital administrator that we've been following your clinic, and my clinic is owned by myself.
And hold on. That's my Nairobians.
Go ahead.
That's that East African. All right, go right ahead. I had to bring them in
you
for
have
you.
to
Go
do
ahead.
For self.
I got to bring them in.
Self.
Yes, sir.
We've been taught that young in some of the traditions that have permeated me throughout college, the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, of course, and the Honorable W.D. Muhammad, Imam, as well, from his traditions as well, has watered me. And by watering me, meaning that we have to do something good for our communities, but we have to do something for self too. And we have to make sure that it's enriching and it promotes community life and it grooms that. So by virtue of that, we have managed to do that, God willing, to the point that we can elevate our communities and our people and their health. So that health comes with the fact of that integration, and with that comes the method in which we do things. So wellness comes in the standpoint of, are we making ourselves well and better? But it's an integrated science of healing. And healing comes from all traditions, not just allopathic, but from the aspects of herbal.
What is allopathic?
Allopathic is the formal way in which we are taught in medical school using medicinal medicine, mainly chemical agents and drugs in order to heal. But I remember being in school, I read 2 books.
Right.
I read a book called The African Holistic Health System.
That book is still out there.
It is by Dr. Lalia Africa.
Okay, say it one more time for us. We're not listening.
The African Holistic Health System by Dr. Lalia Africa. I read that book and my other medical standard books.
Okay.
And with that book, I was able to understand that we have medicinal herbal alternatives to things that we also have, that most drugs are really copied off of the aspects of plants and herbals. They just don't have the buffers in them.
I saw you brought in a thick, man, this gentleman brought in a plethora. Did I say that word now?
Yeah, I got quite a few books here.
Just turn that around and let them see. Hold it up for the camera.
So this is a book called Herbs and Medicines. And I would definitely, this is an appeal to your medical providers.
Okay.
The nurses, the doctors who care for you, to make sure that they look at this book, because we need to know what herbs people are taking, because they are taking them, but also how they interact with the medications.
Wow.
And so I have a story on that, but I don't want to put that maybe for another time.
Okay.
Where this came into play.
Okay. So we're going. So that's your next show
of why it's important.
Okay. Let me ask you, because I'm into the herb. I'm into the herbals.
Okay.
Is it better to get it in powder form, as opposed to liquid form, or how can you tell whether it's authentic or not?
Yes.
I meant to bring my bottles today, but I didn't want to overwhelm you. But go right ahead.
No. The biggest thing, of course, is before you even get to powder versus liquid or live.
Yes, sir.
Is how it was grown. And was it GMO?
Fresh start. What's that video?
Okay. And so GMO would be genetically modified.
Okay. And how can we? But we won't tell when we're receiving it over the counter, will we?
They got labels on it.
Okay.
But they don't tell you how to read the labels.
Okay.
So that'll be another show. We can devote only to reading labels properly. But they have a colored label that you can tell you exactly whether or not it's genetically modified, organic, or some other concoction.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
And so getting the herbs, so if first figuring out, make sure it's organic and that it's not GMO. And the second aspect is to make sure that you determine that it is prepared and that it's copied and tested in a lab where they have validated the validity of the strength of the herb.
So our confidence is really from the distributor or the salesperson to us.
Correct.
They know at that point whether they're giving us the real deal.
Correct. And that's why you got to check it behind them. Because people are making a lot of money off of herbs, and there are great herbs out there. Right. But you got to do your due diligence and investigation to make sure that that's right.
Okay. All right.
So either one is okay in terms of that. It's the quality and the purification, the potency.
Okay.
Is what we're looking at.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just being messy because I told you I was messy.
Go ahead.
When you walk in, here they come. Here come this dude with these herbs.
Oh yeah. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. In fact, many doctors would shying patients with that. The first thing they start saying is that, okay, you wanted to believe in herbs. So they put hands off, take only my medications, etc., and nothing else. I'm not that type of doctor. The reason why I respect knowledge where it is proven.
I respect knowledge where it is proven.
Yes, herbals have been proven, and they've been proven both through the folk aspect of application for thousands of years. You don't have to have a double placebo randomized trial in order to say that this is, quote, legitimate. They have been legitimate. I've used them personally on my father, and I have a testimony on that. Okay. So yes, they have their purpose.
You mind sharing that testimony?
Sure.
Go right ahead, please. And so when a person is fortunate to come into your space, into your practice, into your healing, into your love for community, they get both the medical. I mean the what was the word?
The allopathic.
The allopathic, and then they get the herbal.
Correct.
So they're getting the best of both worlds in a balance.
You're picking the best of the best.
Okay. Doc, you only look like you about 20-something years old.
No, brother, you the same. You're looking at the mirror too, brother.
Okay. So Go right ahead.
All right. So, really, I started off and I was talking about my father, and my father was a rock to the family. We lost them during the COVID period.
Oh, yeah? And how old was Dad?
Dad was 60. no, 70, right at 70.
Okay.
Right as he
Okay.
made
So
70.
the COVID was this. Go right ahead. Go
No,
right
no,
ahead.
that's right. The COVID, and ultimately COVID-related aspects, we think, is what led to the ultimate
Okay.
death.
Okay.
Now, going backwards, and that was when the vaccine was not there, and the controversy on the treatments, it was very new.
Man, I'm
and
glad
people
you're my
didn't know.
doctor.
Yes.
This is my
people
doctor,
didn't-
y'all. This is
yes.
I'm gonna share him with you now, but this is my doc. Go right
That's
ahead,
it.
doc.
So he was diagnosed with colon cancer.
Okay.
Okay. And my dad was, again, type of person that would not go to further appointments. I would have to, the only relationship that he respected was my relationship with him, because we had a spiritual one.
Okay.
And he would talk about spiritual healing, which I definitely agree with that on. But at some point, the spiritual has to make material sense.
Hmm.
So what is spiritual and what is mental then becomes material.
Okay.
And that material is what we see as disease. So he himself suffered from that. And when we had the diagnosis about 6 years or so before he passed away, he was told by his doctor, who was Chinese, who was a self-promoted atheist, that he
Okay.
didn't believe in God and that you have 6 months to live.
Okay. So let me ask: was his choice for? We don't get to pick our doctor. How did he end up with a Chinese doctor?
He ended up, because that was the only one available in the point of that, and they, supposedly he was trained by the Mayo Clinic,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
top
Okay.
centers. So he stated, "You got 6 months to live. No need for me to write an appointment for you to come back, because
Okay.
you're not going to be here."
Wow.
So he said, "Well, you must don't know my God,
Right.
and you know my God says when it's time, and when it's time, it's time." So you put him on a regime of chemotherapy. Started this, and he got really sick, almost died in the hospital
Wow.
starting the chemo.
Yes, sir.
We went for a second opinion at MD Anderson. We got that.
It's
got
MD where now?
MD Anderson,
Where is that, sir?
which is in Houston, around Waco, Texas.
Okay. So you have to have the resource in order to get out the immediate bowl.
I definitely urge anyone and all my patients, seek a second opinion.
Okay. You
we got
guys,
that.
listen now. Seek a
Seek
second,
a second opinion.
Okay.
Do not just take the first doctor's point of what is stated. You may go back to that doctor, but make sure you get your second opinion.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Do your research.
So we did that, came back with a different alternative chemo plan. But while that was going on, we had a nutritional plan that we put together for him. And that was based on certain key herbs that I had researched that were in the literature, the medical literature. One of those herbs was milk thistle, which helps to detox the liver.
Okay.
The other one was turmeric.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on the turmeric, right?
Turmeric with cucurbituril, which is really black pepper.
Man, that's why you my doctor.
It's
Keep
black
talking
pepper,
to me,
just
doctor.
black pepper.
Just black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper helps it absorb.
Okay.
And by virtue of that, the other herbs were soursop.
Soursop is a
Okay.
big. And
Yeah.
before you move on, they say that you take so much soursop, then you have to get off of it for.
You do. You do.
Okay.
You don't
does
just continue taking it. You take it
Okay.
in bulks, and because you develop a tolerance to it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So
Go right ahead. That was some barbershop talk. We'll
Oh
go
no,
right
you're
ahead.
right. You're right on that. And then we did all those things, and when we put it together, along with a kale component dietary point, we put them on, and bean soup. We did those things. His nutrition got better, stronger. So he was able to start the chemo. He waited 6 months before starting it again. He started it. Not only he managed to actually take the chemo with these herbal supplements that we had, he was able to extend his life for almost 5 years.
Now, where was it? Where was the Oriental doctor while all this was going on?
So to show you how my dad had a plan. So each time he would bring him herbs and food from the garden to its appointment.
Okay.
And he would give him and showing him that God still loves you. God still knows that you are taking care of others and that you have to be enlightened.
So he
each
was
time,
ministering him.
He was ministering him each time. And so much so that he brought out in him the love and the admiration, and he started saying, "What are you doing? You're
Wow.
not like any of the other patients that I've seen with this. They just die off, that's it. And
Right.
you're just thriving." He was thriving.
Okay.
He was thriving to the point that he had a very minor but significant urinary issue that required him to come to the hospital. But he had already saw his end. He was a very spiritual man. He knew when this call came that he wouldn't come back home. He even told his best friend, all of those things. And when he got back to the point of understanding that, he cried. I never saw my father cry.
Okay.
He cried. He said, "Son, this is the end."
Okay. And he's
said-
this. Okay. Okay.
But he said, God had already promised me what the Bible promises us, a year of 70 years.
Mm.
He said, so I made that.
Mm.
Everything else is gravy on top, son.
How many months days or weeks in advance did he start becoming a little bit more in tune with his journey to the next?
To the next, it occurred probably in that year.
Okay.
In that last year.
Okay.
We kind of were starting to get it in the early part of the year, and as it went in, he knew then this is probably going to be it.
Okay.
But I made the 70, and he said that, but doctor, and I was about to mention doctor's name, but I'm not.
Okay.
But the doctor
fill in the blanks. Go
Dr.
right
fill
ahead.
in the blanks, became so much friendly with him that they had a true friendship.
And it probably altered his perspective and perception and approach with other clients, other patients.
He did. He started believing God again.
Wow.
He started going to church.
Wow.
And he started to say that your dad really caused me to believe again.
Wow.
And so when it occurred, he was, when he finally passed away, he was just in arms, about like, oh no, this is one of my best favorite. This is he cried, but he said, don't fret. We have a life and a journey on the other side. And the fact is that you witnessed this, so you go and do what you need to do on that. And he's better for that.
Okay.
He's better for that.
Okay. Is the Oriental doctor still out there moving around practicing?
It is. He is practicing now.
Okay.
And from time to time we communicate.
Okay.
But the point is that he's shaking it to the point that he's shaking back up into his faith.
Wow.
And he's now, moving to the point. People told me he at one point had a bad bedside demeanor, and now it's proved. It's improved. So one life has been saved, and it's worth it.
Wow.
It's worth it.
Okay. Wow. All right. Let me move into here right quickly. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. Beautiful. Okay. We want to talk about connecting with you.
Yeah.
And how do we locate you? Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic, Heart, Body, Mind.
Yes.
You know the address by heart?
Yes.
Go right ahead. Give us the address in your voice.
406 Briarwood Drive. That's 406 Briarwood Drive, Suite 401. We are in a medical plaza called Oak Plaza. And Oak Plaza is in a very familiar area where people know. Everyone knows where Chili's and IHOP is.
Yes,
they
sir.
say in Jackson, where's Chili's IHOP? Oh, yeah, it's on Briarwood Drive.
Exactly.
Briarwood Drive, right off of I-55 North. You come down 3 clicks on the right. If you're coming down from Chili's and IHOP, we're 3 clicks on the right. If you found the Methodist Church, which is our neighbor, you've gone too far. Come back up. But we're in a medical plaza. It's a dental office building in that plaza, and we're right in there. You come in there. You can call the office to get an appointment.
Is that 601?
That's right.
707-7899. Guys, as you can see it right there on your tube, your hand, whatever you're holding.
Yes.
It's right there. Let me give you guys a picture of the building. Also, the email is Heart Plus Center.
Long name just spelled out, Heart Plus Center of Ridgeland @gmail.com.
Okay.
So heart, like it, HEART plus PLUS, center spelled out, CENTER of OF, Ridgeland, spelled out, the city, RIDGELAND @gmail.com. So you can find us on Facebook too. That's probably the easiest way most people will be able to find us. They can communicate with us there. We have a web page on Wix. So you Google and look us up. We can be found. We can come to your church. We can come to any event that you have relating to, we have proper time, and I have a willing staff by which to do that. I'm affiliated with a lot of other people in the community, such as the International Museum of Muslim Cultures. We have a group or a project called the Beloved Community Project, for which I'm one of the chairpersons of it. We hope one day to have an actual community center that would deal with some of these holistic parts. We actually have a health fair coming up, believe it or not, on May 2nd, Saturday.
I need to get that flyer. Yes, sir.
We'll get that flyer to you Saturday, May 2nd, and it's going to be about 10 o'clock a.m. Near an area in a church near Callaway High School.
And I
More
have
details to follow.
And I want to intercede. Are you doing so that people get caught up in a person's lifestyle?
Yeah.
Okay, as opposed to the reality of what they can attain.
Yes.
So are you doing, when people come to visit and come to be healed and come to have direction,
Yes.
are you recruiting for the nation?
Oh no. I'm recruiting for health in general.
Listen now.
In terms of that. So I do have individuals that are around me, and I seek water and knowledge from wherever it flows.
Yes, sir.
As long as it's pure and clean. So my point is that I generally consider myself the bridge builder.
Yes, sir.
So I may stretch across lines where others don't go. So I consider myself an avid community. Most of my patients I see, almost 40 to 50% of them are white, and the rest are black. And I practice in 3 areas.
No,
across
you ain't
2
seeing
states.
no 40, 50%.
Yes, I do. I do, and they come. Let me tell you,
They don't come, do they?
They come. Let me tell you, they're surprised.
They got line.
They're surprised. Sometimes they get there by accident,
Right.
and when they get there, they say,
they're
"Wow,
not leaving.
no, they're not leaving.
They ain't
They're not
leaving.
leaving." And I've had others who looked out for me who said, "We wear that doctor. He's racist."
Okay.
I've never heard a person who say, "Look, they're protecting me."
Right.
Because when you are truthful, Brother Howard,
yes, sir.
and God is on your
I
side
got
to the point of
chill.
it,
Go right ahead.
you cannot be defeated.
Right. I saw a young brother last night on Nation. He was in the community, was dressed up. He said they are battling, they are soldiers because they are fighting against unrighteousness.
Unrighteousness. Trying to
And
make our
pouring
community better.
righteousness. Yeah.
Trying to make our community better.
Yes,
and that's
sir.
the key. Is that if you're not doing what your part is to make us better, then you're part of the problem.
Wow.
And the fact is, no matter what persuasion you come from, God is at the center of it, making you right. You can make even the wrong right. Just like this person that was atheist,
yes,
he can
sir.
turn right if
Yes,
it's
sir.
God's will.
No
you
blaming
can
and
right.
shaming
No
on him.
blaming and
He just
shaming.
needed a demonstration.
He needed a demonstration.
Yes, sir.
A fearless demonstration.
We got opening hours, operating hours,
Yes.
loving hours,
Yes. Yes.
Monday through Friday.
Half day on Friday, but we open 8 to 5 throughout the weekday, except for Friday. Friday
Okay.
is an 8 to 12, and we shut down for administrative related issues. But you can communicate with us, send us a text message. That phone number that I gave you, 601-707-7899, that number is textable and it's voicemail.
Okay.
So you can text your message there. We like that sometimes because that puts the burden off the phone calls. When you're leaving long messages, people have to read through that. But if you text what you want, introduce yourself, it's secured, it's encrypted,
Right.
and we can know exactly what you
Okay.
got.
And you don't have to drop your whole life history. Just keep it to the point.
Correct.
Someone will reach back out
Somebody
to you
will
from
reach
the
right back
office.
to you.
And then you can
Exactly.
kind of be a little bit more
Absolutely.
engaged. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to let's talk about the new patient.
Okay.
I'm about to fall into this new patient.
Gotcha.
All right. New patients, download, and all this is on the Wix.
Oh, yeah.
on the website.
Yes,
on
sir.
the website.
That's connected
So-
to our health record system.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So if you're a new patient, what do we need to do
Yeah.
to start the process?
Okay, great. Most people think that they need a referral. Okay,
That's a good point.
All right, but most of the time for a specialist, you don't need that.
Okay.
Particularly cardiology, we find very rarely we need a referral. But what is helpful is to get your medical records. Now, I would advise everyone out there that they should have their medical records in a booklet somewhere, or on a disc, or on a jump drive. Why is that important? Because if you get sick and incapacitated and you cannot really relay your history, you need to have them in an area where somebody can. So we want that in order to make your visit easier to go through. It has your list of medications, prior surgeries, etc. Once we have that, we can move forward with it. You would certainly need to have your insurance cards, but we also see patients who are uninsured with a certain step program relating toward fee schedule. So we can make out proper means of being able to negotiate what that is, and we try to do that quite a bit. I see a lot of patients for free, by not directly, but in the sense that doctors do that in general. We
Okay.
really probably should be of all the groups of people, probably should be not taxed,
Okay.
because majority of what we do sometimes that we don't get reimbursed on, we see them anyway,
Okay.
because we know that the importance of doing that, and we get a blessing from that. But come with your insurance cards, and we can show you how to get insurance
Oh.
relatively free
One-stop
or low.
shop.
Yeah,
One-stop
so
shop.
we show you how to do that.
Okay.
For those that are out there that got a job, Brother Howard,
Yes, sir.
the Affordable Health Care Act, or Obamacare,
Okay.
still allows people who are portable, self-employed, they can have insurance for little or nothing.
Don't put a wall up in front of yourself saying, I can't get,
Yes.
I can't have,
Yes.
I can't do.
Yes.
You had mentioned earlier you're in 2 states. I know we're blessed to have you in
Yes.
Mississippi.
Yes.
What's the
Yes.
other state?
So I'm in the state of Maine,
What?
literally on the Canada border.
What?
Yes, sir. I'm in a very remote area up there in a very bitter cold where it gets 20 degrees below zero. And up there, believe it or not, you got people that are so pleased to have a doctor before going 3.5 hours away. I had to do emergency surgery on people with a helicopter.
Show them hands again. They don't know. They don't
God
know.
be-
they don't know. They
To
don't
God
know.
be the glory.
I
though.
want y'all to
Alhamdulillah.
know
To God
that.
be the glory. But yes, it happened. And they don't care. Many times those people don't care what you look like, what you are with money. If you can care for them, they're hugging and kissing on you because you have helped enrich their life.
Wow. Now, what's the backstory on making it all the way? You passed a lot of clinics, hospital, medical
Yes.
institutions.
Yes.
How did you get to Maine?
Maine became a situation where the appeal came out. The CEO was so willing to to put his heart out as to why he needed the health care. His appeal was very sincere. And I actually wound up taking care of him. So he put it in part to say that if you ever want to be appreciated for what you do, and sometimes we are here in our own state and we don't get that appreciation.
Powerful.
Oh no, we don't get
Powerful.
it. And we go out and we get it instantly.
Powerful.
He said, "Why are you
That
dead?"
sounds like Jesus travels.
And
He had to leave home, didn't
he? had to leave home.
Wow. You guys
rejected
better
him.
stop pushing
His
people
own
away from
rejected
home.
him. His own rejected him.
Okay.
And so, but I also work in Hattiesburg too. So Hattiesburg, which is an hour and a half away, I have a clinic there at Merit Health Wesley.
Okay.
So whether you're in Hattiesburg, whether you're in Greater Jackson area, whether you're in the state of Maine, you can reach me online. They can find those same hospital connections through those means.
Wow. Man, we are so blessed to have you.
God be the glory.
And I want to thank you so much.
God be the glory.
Time
Time goes by fast.
Oh, we ain't playing. You comfortable?
Oh, yeah, I'm
My
fine.
dad watching. He said he can tell when people start to get comfortable. Before we dive into some more,
Yeah.
pick that bottle up right there, Doc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Water.
Tell me
Oh,
about the
water.
proper way. And if I'm not
Oh, yeah.
mistaken, I heard your voice. There was there's a big minister, and you guys was downtown when we had this real alarm about
Oh, the
the
water.
water here.
Yes,
And that's why I first heard you.
Yes,
Was down there.
yes,
What is the
yes.
proper way
my.
to digest, to
Yes.
drink water?
Well, first of all, man, this topic, Brother Sherry on another station, he said, man, you can talk 2 hours on water. I sure can.
Okay.
But I'm going to just tell you this.
Give us some
It
quick.
matters the type of water. Let me give you some quick points.
Okay.
Preferably, this is a plastic bottle. This is good. Okay. But you want the hard one or glass. if you
Okay.
can.
And it's hard to find.
It's
that.
hard to find. It's expensive.
And it's expensive.
It's expensive. Now, water, preferably you want this one. And this is great. Actually, believe it or not, Osaka water, I'm not a sponsor of it, but I do
Not
drink
at
this.
all.
I
They
drink
need to
this.
drop a few
They
nuggets.
need to drop
though.
some
They
money
need to
here.
drop some
Because actually,
nuggets.
believe it or not, I do drink this.
Okay.
It is alkaline, naturally, as spring water.
Okay, and what does that
it's
mean,
important.
alkaline?
Alkaline means the pH is high
Okay.
and not low.
Okay.
Now, the lower the pH, the more acidic it is. The acidic aspect of water can enrich and cause
Man.
problems of disease, like
Wow.
atherosclerosis. If you eat
And what is
eat a-
atherosclerosis?
atherosclerosis is fatty, nasty plaque that's on the side of walls of our arteries.
Mhm.
We call rust in the pipes.
Okay.
That can cause heart attack, strokes, and
Talk
peripheral
to
artery
me like I'm
disease.
on the streets.
There you
yes,
go.
Sir.
There you go. I'm talking. That break it down. We talk like that in the clinic. We make sure you understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
But
that's
the
heart
water-
attack and strokes.
And heart attack and stroke, and losing your limb of circulation in your leg.
Wow.
And also for men, their libido, their male organ. Blockages can occur there.
Okay.
So you want high pH water, preferably spring water is the best
Okay.
to have. Now, distilled water is the lowest, particularly distilled water that's been microwaved because you lose the properties.
Okay.
Water is an actual electromagnetic chemical
Talk to me,
that
Doc.
has in it a memory.
Okay.
When you speak over water, water has an intelligence in it where it can actually house memory. We are 70% water in our body. And so by virtue of that, we have to be very careful in what we say, how we say it. They say God moved over the water.
Say what?
His word moves over the water.
What?
We have waters in us. When the word moves over you, it becomes electromagnetic. So when you say things above or over things, that's why it's so important during this month. This is Ramadan.
Okay.
And so we're closing in on Ramadan. But when having people, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Hebrew Israelite, when you're praying in the same direction at the same time, you magnify that energy. And when you're doing that toward a substance like water, you energize it. Now, when it goes across and out of the gutters and under our houses, it becomes demagnetized, and that becomes in itself dead water when you're drinking it. Now, you say, well, what you talking about, Brother Berthrone?
You talking, man, I'm getting it.
You say, you say, what you talking about? Tell you what you talking about. Look, when I went to Memphis, the city of Memphis, I went to a shop called the Kava Juice shop, and I hope it's still there. It's a bookstore, and they would do all types of conscious readings every Sunday. And I was there on an invite and was totally blown away. But in the back, they had some water that people were coming in with jugs from their house, big old long line. And I kept asking, what's going on back there? Y'all doing moonshine or something? They were like, no, it's the water. I said, well, what about the water? I mean, don't they have water? No, this is different water. This is a water that has been ionized. And it was an ionized water with a Japanese-made machine, and they were putting it into the volumes of these people carrying it. When I took it, I put it in my refrigerator and didn't think much about it. until I started saying, well, let me go pour it out. I realized the water had crystallized into crystals,
Okay.
like this Superman crystals like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what I realized that when it was at a room temperature, it maintained the crystallization.
Okay.
And I've never seen water do that. So I someone say, okay, well then when it thawed out, drink it. And when I drank it, I never tasted a water that was electrifying in your mouth and that gave you energy.
Okay.
So that's what those people were going to find this. And so flash forward, we and a few other brothers from the NOI came together to try to have an investment group to create a restaurant called Sankofa Kitchen that was off of Palmyra.
Okay.
All right. And in that, they had also that same machine. I believe there's a sister who also has that machine still that's able to generate that water, and they create a fruit juice off of it, and they've been selling that. And people from as far as Vicksburg and Atlanta has been going there to try to get it.
And where is this? Where is this again?
Sankofa Kitchen was in Palmyra Street over there, but they no longer have it.
That was here in Jackson?
That was in Jackson.
Okay.
It was before COVID, and we lost it during that period of
COVID.
Okay.
Okay.
But get yourself some alkaline water, to make long story short. Preferably alkaline or ionized, if you can get it.
Okay.
And that water is the best for hydration of muscle cells. There is a clinical study that came out that showed when people are exercising that it can reduce fatigue. All right, so it does have its effect.
Do you know of? And I hate to cut you off. You got so much.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you know of any local distributors of this
ionized water?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I can tell you this, that Brother Dr. Minister Abram.
Yes, sir.
His wife actually has a machine that actually does that. So she's a caterer as well, and they were producing that. So if they still have it and they're doing it, ask Indeed of that. And certainly, and if I have a larger volume of distributor that I can tell you about, I'll come back to the show and let you know.
Well, you coming back? Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Coming back.
Sister Tracy.
You throwing
Sister
down.
Tracy is the sister.
I've been seeing on some of the social media platforms that we shouldn't drink. It's not appropriate to drink. You may not want to choose to drink cold water. When you're eating. Give us a little insight on that.
Man, you've been doing your research.
Well, I didn't know I was going to get you this.
No,
quick.
you've been doing your research. Yes, cold water versus lukewarm versus hot water does impact absorption. In fact, the hotter the water and colder the water is, both of those extremes can impact absorption. However, lukewarm water, when you're in China,
and lukewarm is
like at room temperature.
Okay.
So when you're in like China and Asian countries, they don't serve you cold ice water with ice in it. In fact, in places in Europe where I've traveled, they don't do that.
Okay.
They know that water, when you are drinking it, if you want to be hydrated.
Yes, sir.
And that's really the purpose of drinking water.
Right.
Is that you then need to have water that's lukewarm.
Okay.
So it's going to take a longer time to hydrate you. You may actually cause stomach upset, or we call irritable bowel syndrome. And that irritable bowel syndrome can occur if you're drinking water too cold, okay? So irritable bowel, IBS, is a syndrome in the gut that can cause that. And so you need to regulate that. Also, there are certain automatic processes in the body that can cause you to have tachycardia, fast heart rates.
Yes, sir.
Okay, by virtue of the temperature of the water that you take. And they may make you dizzy, lightheaded, or they make you tone up.
Wow. So
water has an effect because our body, again, is 70% water.
Yes, sir.
So what we do and how we respond to water, most of the patients I see, probably 60% of them are dehydrated.
Okay. And we walking around, don't even know it, do we?
We don't even know it.
Not aware of it.
We need water to be able to flush out the toxins in our body.
Yes, sir.
We need water to hydrate our brain. We wonder why we got a headache. Because you're dehydrated. Wonder why we're cramping. You're dehydrated. Wonder why you're constipated. You're dehydrated. All of those things require water.
Right.
So water, you need water to live. In fact, you can forego food for a week.
Right.
But water you need daily.
Okay, let me ask you this, Doc. Do you do the soda pops? We're not gonna go detailed into it. Anything that's cold when you're digesting creates a wall.
Yes,
or
it does.
hurdle.
Yes.
Okay.
Not only that, when you talk about the soda pops,
cold tea.
That is, and then the soda pops have high fructose corn syrup, which is super sugar. We're not even talking about regular corn.
Super sugar.
Super sugar. Okay.
Super.
In fact, the regular cane sugar is better. If you see that in a cola product,
yes, sir.
It's better to get that than to get this high fructose corn syrup. you sending your sugar into oblivion.
Okay. I've been okay, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
No, go ahead.
We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
move on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm doing the hot water.
Yeah.
With the lemon.
Yes. Yes.
In the morning time. Well, I'm
Yeah.
doing it in the morning time, and also I'm in the evening time at
Right.
night. What does that lemon
Gotcha.
and that
The
hot
warm
water?
Yes.
That
Now-
warm water.
Now to mix it,
Okay.
you're right. You have to use the hot water to mix it.
Okay.
And that combination is good at cleaning out your phlegm,
Mm-hmm.
cutting fat.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's true
it
about
boosts
cutting the
your immune
fat?
system. Yes, it does. It
Okay,
does.
okay.
It actually is a metabolic booster.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you put a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Okay. I'm finna
Cinnamon's been recommended by the American Diabetes Association. See,
Okay.
again, that's a big organization.
Okay.
They're now supporting these natural elements because the science has shown it.
Okay.
There's something called golly, if I did not
Does that also add a little energy to you when you drink that?
It does.
Okay.
And natural energy, that's not the quick energy
Okay.
that you would get.
Tell them about these power up drinks.
Oh yeah, yes.
These
So,
kidney killers.
Yes. So you got all of these things that are in these monsters,
Ooh-wee.
Red Bull,
Yes,
etc. And they have carnitine in it, and the carnitine can mess up your liver
Okay.
quite a bit.
This one my next one's up now.
Oh yeah. It can,
Sucking them down like
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
they're sucking them up because what it is, we live in a fatigue society, and what they're grabbing for,
Fatigue society.
fatigue society. Under nourished with sleep, we also sleep deprived.
Ooh.
We don't get enough restful sleep. And so by virtue of that, we grab anything. That's why you have a fetish where people start grabbing speed, amphetamine, crystal meth. They start grabbing crack, anything to kind of get this energy in them. And the point is, what is really lacking is they're nutritionally deficient. The most common vitamin deficiency that I see in my patients
Yes, sir.
is vitamin D.
And what age range are you? What's your range of what's your scope of people, and then what's the median?
In terms of people,
The people that come to the clinic.
oh
They
yeah.
come to-
So I see liberated or what we call liberated minors that
What's the
that could
liberated
be-
mind? What age
that's
is that?
like 14, 15.
Okay.
Okay,
up
so
to?
we can see them up to, and then of course to hundreds. So
Okay,
I have
okay.
patients in their 80s and 90s easily.
Okay. And where's the medium range within 5 years? Between what age and what age do you get a lot of those?
A lot of those probably in their 50s or 60s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
50s and 60s.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
we see them all gamut. But yeah, you got to definitely tell them to lay off the soda pops, the really inedible foods that really are not foods,
Okay.
and go to superfoods and vegetables-based diet, preferably.
Okay.
You don't have to get rid of all of your meat, but do realize that when you eat red meat, and that's particularly that's not prepared, there's a certain way to prepare it. I mean, in Hebrew and Jewish customs and also Islamic customs, we do something we call halal or kosher related prep.
Yes, sir.
What that really largely means is that you're draining the meat of blood.
Mm.
Blood in itself, when it's in an animal, become rotten.
Wow.
And in itself, meat in itself in high content increases the acidity level throughout the body. So you also now are creating this environment. The great example of this is that what happens in the environment. And I'm going to leave it like this.
The physical as well as the internal?
Correct.
The
Whatever
external as
God
well as the
shows
internal.
us in the environment is an example, a sign of what happens in our body. We talk about
Wow.
global warming.
Wow.
Global warming.
Yes, sir.
Global warming can occur as a result of the temperature rising by 1 degree in the ocean. Can cause cataclysmic, events that can occur.
Yes, sir.
These cataclysmic events can occur in a result just like in your body. If you're off by one pH acid marker, this can cause enzymatic changes in your body that can cause havoc throughout your body. And imagine over many years.
We're going to dive into, wow. Guys, you all need to be getting this.
Yeah,
And
it
once
can
again, Doc is in the city now. Let me give y'all that address again, because we ain't paying attention. We talking instead
Come
of
on,
listening.
visit us, man.
Put
Come on,
that
visit
top
us.
lip on the bottom lip and receive this information.
Come on and visit.
406 Briarwood Drive, Oak Park Suite, number 401. That's in Jackson, Mississippi,
Jackson,
39206. And what's the
Jackson.
landmarks again?
The landmarks is Chili's and IHOP. Everybody know where those restaurants at.
Chili's and IHOP.
Yeah.
We got operating hours, opening hours, Monday from 8:30, 4:30. Coach, Doc said between 8 and 5.
8 and 5.
That's Monday through Friday. Half a day on Friday,
Yes.
8:30 to 12:30. Then on Saturday, appointment only.
Yes.
And then on Sunday, they just got to they got to refresh.
Oh, yes.
Refresh.
Yes,
Let me show you what the
indeed.
front of the building looks like. Don't be calling talking about I don't know where it is.
Oh, it's not. That's
Here it is. Here it
see
is
our
right
sign.
here. Here it is
look,
right
look
here.
for our sign. Look for our logo.
All right, let me
You
show
see
you what
it
the
underneath.
inside of this look like right quickly. Hold on, I got you, Doc. Doc, I
Oh,
went
you
and
got
did
me
my-
in there. Oh, you
Look
got
out
the
now.
Zam room.
Look at how
Okay.
man. Look at the
That's
cleanliness.
That's it. Yeah,
Clean
we
environment
got
means a
those-
safe
That's
environment.
it. That's it. That's
All
it.
right.
Upstairs, down.
You know it's business when Doc said get up on the table.
Oh, that's it.
Get
That's
up
it.
on the
We mean
table.
business. We mean business, brother.
All right,
mean
and
business.
let's go over here. We got the let's drop in on new patients. I'm gonna be a new patient, taking all types of insurance.
Yes.
All right. We also doing the Obamacare and the Affordable Care
Yeah,
Act.
we do. We take all
right.
insurance. We probably take more insurances than most don't because
Okay.
we know people are in a tough strain. They have new
They
insurances
playing
that
with
come
us.
out. Yeah, they are. They are.
You guys do Cigna?
We do.
Okay,
We do
good. Because
Cigna.
I got
We do Cigna.
I ain't even
We
go
do
there.
Cigna as well.
What is the heart failure and management? What does that entail?
Yeah, so heart failure in itself, it doesn't mean your heart is literally failed. It means that it's not producing at the level that it should.
Okay.
So your heart could be stiff or it could be weak. And we use that as a squeeze function of the heart,
Yes, sir.
ejection fraction. Normally 50% of the blood's supposed to come out of your heart each time it beats. And when it drops under that we call a systolic heart failure.
Is it a certain age? Am I thinking about my 70 and 80-year-olds
Oh,
or
no,
that
we-
can
we
go
seeing,
give us a
we
little?
seeing 20-year-olds with heart
Wow.
failure. Yeah, we seeing them die of sudden cardiac death. And we're seeing this become a pandemic because unfortunately in our healthcare system, and I want to talk a little about that, it's very important in this light and age, and not to get too political on it, but I'm going to just state the facts. A healthy U.S. population means that healthy people that can go to work, that can care for their family, that can be in the workforce. When you have 20, 30, 40-year-olds that can't make it to their 65 to get their Medicare, they're struggling to be healthy. They then succumb in the hospital and they wind up losing their leg, their foot, having a heart attack, becoming incapacitated. You've now cut them out of the job market, and now they become dependent on the systems that the government give them. So if the government was simply to understand that keeping them healthy keeps the nation healthy.
Wow.
And then we can divert time back to our elderly. But
Wow.
we put more money in the last 10 to 20 years of life than we do in the first 20 years of life. And I want you to think over that.
Say that again now.
We put more money as a nation into the last 20 years of life, sometimes last 10 years of life, than we do in the first 20 years.
Wow.
We call ourselves a pro-life on one end of the country, but then God, or better yet, God's prophets and messengers were the people that believed in whole life. And whole life means that I'm concerned about you from the cradle to the grave. So that means that if your policies are only dealing with a part of that, then you're not really going after what the people you say you believe.
That's true.
So I'm an advocate of whole life.
Whole
And
life.
Whole life, like whole life insurance, whole life treatment in terms of care of people.
Whole life.
From the beginning to the grave. We have a epidemic also in Mississippi of infant mortality death
Yes, sir.
and premature maternal death.
Mm-hmm.
Of all of the states, we're number one. And
Number
that's
one.
something we don't want to be number one on.
Right.
So our babies are dying before they reach the first year of age. And a lot of that is due to not only the diet, but the spiritual and mental torment
Doc, you getting
that the
us.
woman gets to it.
You loving on us
she's,
today.
Man,
You
the
loving
woman
on
is
us
caring
today.
so much. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad stated that he wanted to make sure that women did not weigh other than themselves. But as
That
a
women did
deeper
not what now?
weigh other than themselves, meaning weighing, but the weighing was not physical weight, even though that's a component.
Okay.
But it's weighing of what they weighing in their mind, what weighs upon them as the fact that we have to do our part as men, because you talked about men in development. I want to get to that too, is that we have to develop ourselves as men.
You
to
in it
be
now.
that
Go
safeguard,
ahead. Go ahead and step
to be
in.
our safeguard.
Step through the
okay?
door.
We have to make sure that we are supporting that end. And what that means that we have to be properly fed spiritually, mentally, and physically. Our diet has to be on point. I ask men, do you know what maca is? Maca is.
No, sir.
Maca root. Every man should have maca root in their diet.
Okay.
MACA. Okay.
Oh,
that
yeah, I got
helps to increase your androgen and your male hormone
Okay.
levels. Okay. You need to have watermelon, but not
I
just the
eat
red
plenty-
stuff,
Right.
but the rind too.
Okay.
The rind is very good for men and the aspects that they talk about. Throw that blue pill away.
That blue
Okay?
diamond.
Blue
That street
diamond,
name on
throw
it,
it
blue
away.
diamond.
Or the rose spot, throw that away. Okay? Put that in, okay? You need to realize that for men, we have to also acknowledge self-love. What we sometimes don't do is when we look in the mirror, we measure ourselves by our body parts,
Yes, sir.
by how long this is, how big this is, instead of what's inside and what drives you,
Ooh, right.
your connection to the Creator,
Yes, sir.
and that humanity, and the fact that you can't do it all,
Right.
that you have to have others with you to do it all, and create your proper circle by which to move out and roll out like a soldier.
Right.
That's what we have to do as men. But women are weighing this on them because they're having to take care of the house. They're having to do all of these things, and the babies are neglected because they don't feel the love even inside the womb.
That's deep.
And they can determine
That's
that even
deep.
then. A baby knows his love before he walks in the world.
That is deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
So give me 3 takeaways for men. What can we do? I'm gonna do it like this: 20 to 30-year-olds. Give me 3 takeaways for them, or
Yeah.
3 seeds for them.
So the first thing is that a man, no matter what age, if they declared 21 and above, has to secure themselves on a financial point, because it starts with the point of being able to do that. That means that whether it's through education or skill set or whatever it is, as long as it's not illegal, you have to secure that aspect.
Okay.
Secondly, you need to surround yourself with good mentors, with people in a circle, even young mentors or people at your point that don't always agree with what you say,
Wow.
but that tell you what you need to
Yes,
know
sir.
in order to get that. That's hard for some men to do that. Thirdly, be realistic with yourself on what it is that you can do and cannot do at the stage you are, but not that you're going to stay at that stage.
Right.
Always keep evolving, keep on, and always remember the Creator. The Creator has power in all things, and you must submit to that Creator in order to get your power from. It's like you know where it comes from. Jesus, in the greatest example, have told you that greater things ye should do. So if he's telling you greater things you should do, and that you look into the Father or to God, then my point is, why not submit to that one, that power source that gives us that? You know, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon all of them, stated the same thing, is that when we realize our source power comes from the Creator, we have greater things that we can do. We have a brain on our body that sits with rivers that go in between. Do you know you got a heaven in your mind,
You
in
are
your brain?
deep. Yes, sir.
Rivers and ravines are in your brain.
We get all this when we come to the clinic.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
My 35-year-old to my 45-year-olds.
Yes, sir.
Give me 3 seeds
So,
for them.
so now you're reaching
35
a
to
point where
45.
You're in the grit now where family's probably established now. And so you're in that biggest grind where you usually are neglecting yourself. It's most important that you have a significant other, a wife, if you want to say a girlfriend, some significant other, because at this point, if you're with someone, you might as well just say you all are already married. You
Gotcha.
just don't have the papers yet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do that, because that person is going to look at you and be your mirror to tell you exactly what you need to stay healthy during the point where you're really trying to accumulate wealth and we accumulate things that you neglect yourself. You stop going to the doctor. You stop doing this and that. And that's where you're most vulnerable at that point. Then when you reach into the older ages like 50 and mid 50s, as we're going up, and even the 60s, now you've kind of gained it. And now you're saying, wow, I know how to manage it now.
Okay.
And your partner now should help and assist you managing it. You can't take this wealth with you, but we need to know how to put it into points that you're protected, such putting it into trust funds and putting it into other things that you can do, land, and being able to have it where you're not just spending it at the club each and every point. You're doing it to beneficial and benefit your family, your community, etc.
I got one word.
Yes, sir.
Damn. I told
Right on,
Doc
right
I wasn't going to cuss all over
Right
the first
on,
time he
brother.
met me,
Right
but
on, right on.
man, he is doing it.
Right on,
Okay, what about my 65 to my 75?
So you're 65 to 75, and unfortunately, so many people don't get there.
Yes, sir.
So the fact that you get to that 65, 70, the Bible said promised us to 70.
Yes, sir.
So the fact is that at that point, you really need to be pouring into the wisdom of your legacy and what you need to be leaving. Most people don't have a plan where they have life insurance made out. They don't have those things laid out in a manner so that others who are depending on them don't have those things. Making contributions to your church, your masjid, your temple, okay, your mosque. Making those examples to it. You should be doing those things as you are now getting yourself ready into that transition that occurs.
Okay, now my 80-year-olds. My dad is 87.
Yes.
My 80-year-olds.
Oh, they golden. They're
They
golden.
what now?
They're golden now.
What
You
that mean when
80
you say
plus,
they
you
golden, Doc?
You golden. At this point, you walking with God. Okay, you walking with God now. Okay, so if you 80-something years old, 90-something years old, you walking with God, and somebody should have a mic and sit down and should be learning everything you got to tell them, because now you have been blessed.
So when they speak, we need to do what?
We need to listen.
Put the
we need
big
to put
lip
the mic
on the
in
little lip and
and shut up and say, look, what it is that you can teach me and grow from it. You know,
wow.
praise be
Okay.
to God.
So this is directed to my men. We just went through the gauntlet for the men.
That's
I'm
it.
sure the women can use some of that too as
Absolutely,
well. But I really
absolutely.
wanted to touch on that. You did
Yes,
really well.
yes.
We can't get all of it in an hour.
Yeah, I wish I could put it in.
We got 24 more. We're gonna run. Miss White, please give me a few more minutes. Cause he rolling right now.
Oh.
He loving on. He rolling right now. Let me. You've got a couple of books over
Yes,
there. You
yes.
want to bring it to our attention?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is just talking about which is this book here, The Universal Language of the Mind, the Book of Matthew Interpreted by author Daniel Condren. This is a book that was given to me by my father. And this book really takes a lot of the words of Jesus at the point talking and how these things manifest in the symbolic things that God is teaching us through what we do, the mystical meaning of words.
Well, people say they can go to the Bible. Why would they get that book?
Well, this is here. Everything that they mention, every scripture is Bible in here. So they would talk about what these things mean. For example, the devil is the ego. So we talk about
we call
devil.
it and I went to treatment and I was told that meant edging God out.
Edging God out.
Okay, go
That's
right
the
ahead.
ego. That's the ego. So we talk about devils, but there are devils inside of us. There are devils outside. And these devils are so you can have power over it if you understand how to manipulate it in the fan. So your ego can be a devil unto you. Okay. And
Have you read that book all the way through, Doc?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many times?
Oh, about 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
4 or 5 times. That's why it's weather. You see these?
It's weather. That's why I had to ask. That's why I had to
You
ask.
see that is.
Okay, give me another one over
let's
there.
see. This is more to those that are into the Quranic and aspects of healing, the Quran and the Shifa, as we call it. So realizing also in the same tenets that words have power. And we stated this before.
Yes, sir.
You know, it said words will never hurt you. Yes, they can.
Okay.
Okay, sticks and stones, but words can hurt you.
Okay.
They can affect your balance and your outlook. And if you let them, it can destroy you.
Wow.
So this talks about words you can say, special prayers you can say to be able to counteract that.
Okay.
And this goes to
That's
the fact
big
of,
book there. isn't
yeah,
it?
this is now I know this person, and I hold this book up high because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I think, pound for pound, did more for the community and for the world than many, many other people. And his disciples or his those that were students that it came under have done great things as well. But if you did not have the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the center of our historical paradigm, we would be lost in a sense. Now, he, of course, will owe that to Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, and others that precede him. But the fact of it is this book is called The Water Baron, and I have never seen in a compiled book that had degree of, I would call scientific related bearing that talks about his work in a manner of what effect it had upon people.
Okay.
And this is just going through the standpoint that everything that he taught that was strange had a scientific related meaning to it.
Okay.
And before discounting it out, we need to study. We need to study.
Because we quick to slap our hand at
We're
it.
quick to do that. We
Yes,
need to
sir.
study him. We need to study Imam W.D. Muhammad. May Allah be pleased with him. We need to study all of them because of the fact that let nobody determine who your leaders are.
Wow.
Let no one determine what bad stroke they would be put on, because when you do that, you have now removed your lights of messengers that have come to you. We were in a special situation in America, cut off from the world. And when our particular points and leaders had to come, they had to come strangely in a manner to teach us something, because you now had a defeated people that had to be raising back up. We were Moors. We were civilizers of the entire world.
Right.
Most don't know if they don't travel, brother, how it is that I traveled due to the fact of the military, but also business and the health.
Okay.
And I've traveled in places where I've been to France, and they've told me in France, white Europeans told me that soap came by virtue of the Moors. That we didn't have soap.
SOAP.
Something
Wash
that you
you,
clean
clean your
every day.
body.
Yes.
Clean your life
and
up,
that
your spirit up.
oils, that's right. And oils came to them, which we call perfumes with the added alcohol. and they did not use that process in order to cleanse themselves.
Man.
Do you know that taking a bath was considered heretic? That was considered to be devilish, witchcraft. And so those basins, those public fountains that we like, oh, that's pretty, that's pretty. People didn't take baths
Yes, sir.
at that time. So all of these things that are brought out in not only this book, but also the fact of history tells us that civilization is a process that takes years to develop, but that we should put truth on it and tell the truth. Because when you tell the truth, the reason what's wrong with the world today and in our country is that we have not educated our American citizens in the manner they should.
Right.
Even immigrants, when they come, they are amazed at some of the things that blacks have done, African Americans have done, and they realize that, oh, they've been told a lie.
Mm.
And when white people are told those things, and when they understand the truth, a different love come in their heart where they understand now what it is, particularly if they are truthful on what it is that's going on.
Yes, sir.
So we are in a period of wars, and I pray for our country that we are able to really settle some of these hot spots. But we're walking all through the Bible and the Quran. We're walking all through it. And we just need to be careful. We need to be prayed up, but we need to make sure our houses are protected. We need to know how to grow our own food.
Yes, sir.
We need to know how to harness water. The most important aspect is water. Now we got technology that we can pull water out of the air. Okay. We can dehumidify the water and cause it to now condense into water from the air. And that's a clean aspect of doing that. We're going to be looking at points where you need to have your own energy sources up, because we may have a point with a blackout.
Right.
So if we're not in a point where our communities are coming together, shading off all of that separatism on things and coming together for the better benefit of life, then we're going to be taken up in this.
And this is not sci-fi.
No, it's not sci-fi.
This is real. This is right around the corner.
This is real.
Right
We're
around the
here right
corner.
now. Yeah.
Man. Doc, give him your name again.
Dr. BERTHRONE MOCK-MUHAMMAD, Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic. You can again reach me at 601-707-7899. We're located at the 406 Briarwood exit right off of Briarwood Drive. You know where we're at because Chili's and IHOP, you go right through that area. We're 3 clicks down on the right. Give us a call. Text us a message. And if you saw the show, please reach out to us. Let us know what you think. And also, please support Brother Howard here.
Oh, look out.
And making sure that his show, what he has done in the community is legendary.
Wow.
I've seen him at all the major events.
Wow.
But what he's doing is
Don't make me
educating.
cry.
No, you're
Don't
educating.
make me cry.
The son or the son of a teacher, you're doing education.
Wow.
You're really doing what your family is doing.
And I did everything I could to run from it.
No, brother, you're an educator.
I did
You are an
everything.
educator. You are an educator.
I got this little thing right here. Your authenticity is your superpower. Own it unapologetically.
I love that.
Give me a little insight to what that entails in yourself. And you've done it the whole while you've been sitting here.
Be authentic. Be your true self. You know, you don't have to have notes prepared. You don't have to have a litany of things that you're trying to paint yourself as something else. Be authentic. The people love authenticity. They love a person that you can tell from their heart that they're driven to do the right thing. And even when it is tough to stand with truth, truth cut both ways. It's a double-edged sword.
Yes, sir.
And it can cut you if you're not right on the point.
Right,
Cut
right.
me. You know, but the key is try to be on truth, because if you're on truth, that's the winning lane to be in.
And I'm going to say, be convicted with intention. I got another little saying. I ain't going to say it in front of the
yes,
doc this time. Next time about the word try. Try to breathe and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Try
we
to
want to
breathe,
make sure that you guys continue to be unapologetic in your authenticity.
Amen.
That is your superpower. Doc, you are something
Amen.
else. Hold on.
Amen.
I got another one I want you to interpret right now.
Morning, family. Don't drag yesterday into today. That's how people stay stuck. Every morning is a reset, but what you do with it is your responsibility. Some folks pray for the life you complaining about.
Give me a little something
Well,
on
that's
that.
beautiful.
Doc.
That's beautiful
Give me,
there.
give me something on
Well,
that.
first of
Doc.
all, we are in a reset point. We keep resetting, but we need to move forward. You also have to have a component of history. It's almost like deja vu. You have that snap of deja vu, but you move forth with a plan, correcting, realizing on what the old was, and build upon that to move into the future. We are stuck in a cascading aspect of where we come out of this. But we come out of this, it said we're given a problem that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave us, that there was a lion that was walking around in a cage. And it took 4,000 years for the lion, 400 years for the lion to reach the door. Okay, 400 years.
He's steady passing the door, though.
Still
But he's
passed the-
passing the door.
and didn't know the door was there.
Wow.
But it took 400 years. We are that line. And we arrived at the door. Now the question is, once you arrived at the door, walking out of the door and reaching the point that your destination and how fast you can go once you realize the door to freedom is right in front of you.
Mm.
We have all the tools that we have at our disposal, brother, to do some amazing things. The first thing we have to do is love ourselves,
Love ourselves.
respect self,
Respect
respect
self.
others, and move out in a circle and team with people that would do the same thing. That's it.
Powerful. Powerful. You've got a list of services, and I want to make sure we capture these services. I'm gonna read off a couple of them. That's in your little. Well, you probably know them by heart.
yeah,
You
yes,
see
sir.
your
Yeah,
brochure
yeah,
there,
yes, sir.
your,
Yes,
your, your pamphlet.
Yep.
I think that's page 8 or 9 toward the back.
Yeah. So we have
I'm
many
gonna
services.
let me do the easy ones
Go
first.
ahead. Go ahead.
General medicine, prevention and wellness,
Mhm.
cardiology, cardiac device management, and then I'm gonna stop right there and let you hit the E.
Yeah, so echocardiography, and that's ultrasound of the heart. Electrodiagnostics, we do a lot of that. We're able to test to see if people are mentally well or fit
Mm.
by certain the electrodiagnostic. We can tell if you're stressed, angry, and if certain things that you're telling is not true. It's almost like a lie
Does my
detector
insurance
test.
cover that?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. It
Okay.
does. It
Okay.
does.
Okay.
And then, of course, cardiopulmonary stress testing. That's the heart stress test. Remote patient monitoring. That's something that nowadays we're going to be doing more of because we're going to probably be locked in and can't get to the doctor. So electrodiagnostics and remote patient monitoring of your blood pressure and all is going to be things that we're going to be continuing to do. Alternative complementary therapy. We talked a lot about that today. I have nutritionists. I have herbalists in circles. I have natural juice makers and others that I turn my patients on to.
Okay.
Those that don't want to use allopathic medicines for hypertension,
That's
we
those
tell them
pills.
beet
That's
juice.
them pills.
We say, okay, we got some beet juice alternatives, and we get that blood pressure
I drink
down.
a lot of beet juice.
Oh yeah, it works, man.
Okay.
It works.
Okay.
And then
Give me
behavior
one of the
feedback.
one of the benefits of the beet juice.
Beet juice helps. What it helps is to make the blood vessels more pliable and it dilates them. So by dilating the blood vessel, it lowers the blood pressure.
Okay.
So it relaxes the blood vessel so that you can actually have a lower blood pressure and it distributes the blood flow throughout the body more evenly.
Okay. And we got this behavior health biofeedback. That is.
Yeah, so we actually something called Heart Math. We're one of the few clinics that offer that. Heart Math is a biofeedback mechanism that uses your mind and breath control.
Wow.
That is in it. And so I'm a certified Heart Math provider in it. And so this, to show you how important this is, Brother Howard, when I
You
was
are
all the
whole.
way in Maine,
Yes, sir.
the wife of the CEO of the hospital
Mm-hmm.
stated that this doctor has, I looked him up, he has this Heart Math.
Unity, love, and peace.
Can we
Get
bring
peace.
that to-
We're talking about you.
Yeah, and I was like, what? I said, how did you know that? But he said, no, this is
Hey, something to say. Listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, better get off the couch. Teach one, unity strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Welcome to the show. We about to drop some knowledge, the mental Howard challenge with the brother Coach Body. Superhero, conversation about the real. They try to keep it clean, but let you express how you feel. Good spirit, good vibe, no hatred or no hate. We all in the same gang, gonna change a better day. The profit of the truth, initials POT. No price tag on this knowledge, you can get it for the free. Reach one, teach one, the old and the young. We got it by the spirits with the power of the tongue. I'm on the inside looking out, they on the outside looking in. Keep it cordial, don't export it. Call them family, call them friends. You pursue what you can do and show love, count your bliss. Life is hard, but it's fair, and it comes with some lessons. Mental power for an hour, plus some knowledge come to college. Important people get this topic, not that daily garbage guys. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong.
that it may lower your survivability. It may increase risk of death for reasons related to heart rate variability, but also to the point that this can definitely lead to early death. So now it's not specific, but we know your heart rate's up. It could be stress, dehydration, dehydration. You could have a weak heart. environment of racial biases and stress that can lead to heart issues. So what I'm getting to is that this man knew this, who had a third grade education. And this was being talked about in the 1930s. So now in this period of time, we have more science to undergird that.
I mean, it's getting good.
It's getting good. All right. It's getting good. So hopefully listeners are hearing us, and hopefully they are definitely engaging. But I want to really sink the teeth in to say that something as simple as your pulse rate can determine what your health state is. And so by virtue of that, it can tell if you're stressed, if you're dehydrated, if you're overweight. All of those things matter. But if you're in perfect balance and your heart is resting at a point between 55 and 70 or so, then that could mean, now, of course, if your heart rate's too slow, that means something too. But the fact is there are parameters based just on the pulse weight. And this particular point was evident. Now, notice that when they talked about the man in that particular problem book, the man heart rate beat fast, but the woman was even faster. Know why? Because she was weighing other than herself, meaning she also was carrying the weight of the world and more stress and more aspects on it. So when we look at things as simple as that, it has a meaning to it.
So when we become a member of the Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic, we get all this training.
Yes,
we get all this information.
Oh, yes, indeed.
We get a chance to participate in practice.
I have an excellent psychologist. Actually, I have several. So let me talk a little about the behavioral health. So I have a licensed nurse practitioner who has a doctorate in behavioral health. Okay, so she's a doctorate in behavioral health, and I also have a clinical psychologist who is actually a well-worth of clinical psychologist who has the aspects of counseling and behavioral health wrapped into one. And we also have now on board too a Jackson State University professor who's a clinical counselor who's also on my team. Okay, I didn't reveal their names because I want that to come into play when we come back. Because I
and not only that, we need to come and join up. We need to join the team.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we ain't gonna give everything away.
That's the key. That's the key.
No, you guys got to get up off the couch.
You need to come on around.
You got to get up off the couch.
See what we got.
Hey, I hope you guys have listened, have learned, have engaged. You got a network of net worth.
Yes.
But you got to get up off the couch and you got to get over to our Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic. Not taking anything away from anybody else.
No,
I am so humbled and honored that you took time out of your busy schedule.
This is beautiful.
Busy schedule. We look forward to getting you back in a quarter.
This is important. Yes, I'll make a point to be back.
Yes, sir. And bring a colleague with you this time.
I will.
All right.
I will.
I got a question, and you get a chance to choose who's speaking to who first.
Okay.
And with you being so age resilient, what would your 40-year-old self say to your 18-year-old self?
Yes.
And what would your 18-year-old self say to your 40-year-old self?
Oh, wow.
And Doc, you get to choose who's speaking to who first.
Wow. Okay. So let me go and say, look at the 18-year-old and looking at the 40.
Okay.
Year-old.
So 18 is speaking to 40 first?
Speaking to 40.
Okay.
And it would say, wow. First of all, because I know where I was at 40. And at 40, I was in the midst of these tough medical related trainings, et cetera, and in coming back, because I've been a physician for almost 20 years, okay? It would say, hey, this is tough. You're not making money, but you're working hard. Does this ever become rewarding? And I would say, yes, to the older. In time, it did, and it is now.
Okay.
It's not about money. It's not about those aspects, but it's about the fact that you can feel that you created a difference in helping to enrich someone.
Wow.
Now, going back to 18, I remember 18. 18, I was just joining the military, coming out. I know what I wanted to be was an electrical engineer, and I can see that you are the electrical engineer because you're dealing with electrophysiology, electrodiagnostics. You are becoming an engineer. In fact, you were told that if you would have done that, an engineer told me, no, you did the right thing as being a doctor because if you're an engineer, you know how subjective we are. We're crimped in a certain way to make this type of product, and we're making products for only satisfaction and enjoyment. But when you're doing health, you're actually doing something for a greater purpose of health. Wow. So stay on the course is what he would say. And I would say, come on, brother, stay on the course.
Stay on the course. Show us those hands one more time. A gift from God. That's what we're talking about. Hey, you guys got Dr.
Mock-MUHAMMAD, Dr. Eminem, or Dr. Berthrone affectionate.
I call him Dr. BMM.
Dr. BMM. Right.
You're right here with connections. Wait. I done got to throw it up. Community connections, conversations, and imparting, Doc, how much water do we need to drink in the course of the day?
The easiest way to determine that is what your urine looks like.
Okay.
There's debate about should it be 120 ounces, a liter and a half. All of those are speculative in terms of that. But the key is that at least a liter,
Okay.
perhaps a liter and a half.
Okay.
But making sure you drink until your urine is either clear or light yellow.
Okay.
Clear it has to have a tinge of yellow in it. You may be drinking too much.
Gotta have a little
if it's
tint.
gonna be, yes, a little tint. And if you
Okay.
drink it to that point, you're good to go.
Okay.
Remember the temperature. If you're hydrating, lukewarm, you can mix it with heat, but let it cool and don't drink it extremely hot because you may limit the absorption. And if you're trying to drink herbal tea,
Yes, sir.
you let it cool so that once it steeps, that's what you want to drink it. If you drink it too early, it hasn't steeped yet. So these herbal teas that have it, let it steep, and then the sediment in it, once it cool, that's the good part.
Hey, man, if you ain't happy with where you are, and I ain't knocking nobody, you know where you need to be. All right?
yes,
Doc is taking time to come in and share with us, to enlighten us, to lift us. And I am so thankful to have him. I want to be reminded that this coming Thursday, we've got the ASGN Parade team here that's going to be here, Association of South Jackson Neighborhoods, ASJN. And let me get one more point here from my coach, from my doc. You are available for community outreach. Is that correct?
I am.
He just needs prior notice now. Don't call him 48 hours before the event, man. Come on,
hey,
y'all.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Just reach out. I usually have my office managers watch my schedule. They know when I'm in town,
Yes,
etc. And I have a beautiful crew of people that I work with in the office, from 2 office managers to receptions. I even hire a virtual assistant from Philippines.
Okay.
Very beautiful people to work with.
Okay.
And so we take care of a Filipino family that has given me a wealth of knowledge in herbals and all, who I may want to tag on the show as well. That
Please,
makes, helpful
man.
products, and they make things that are in their herbal folklore, like there are certain things that are helpful for diabetes, but also
Yeah,
cancer.
better listen.
So when I bring her on, it's going to open your mind up to a lot of things that we pass by. And I've sampled some of the herbs, and trust me, they do work.
Hey, y'all sitting around talking about, man, I ain't got nobody I can go see. Man, they won't take care of me over here.
No, we got you.
But he's going to hold you accountable when he give you the directions and the directives.
Correct.
You must take the lead of the coach.
Absolutely.
You got to take the lead now.
Absolutely.
Or you keep getting the same, and you get the same response. Go ahead, Doc.
And the hospital that I'm affiliated with is Merit Health, the Merit Health Hospital System. So even in Hattiesburg, I'm in the Merit Health System. So if you come to a Merit Health Hospital, whether it's River Oaks, whether it's Merit Health Central, the old CMMC Hospital, or the old Methodist Hospital on Chadwick Drive, not too far from here, I'm at that hospital. I have an affiliated team of doctors that are friends of mine who I trust to care for my patients if I'm not in town. But if I'm in town, I see my patients no matter what, rain or shine.
And Doc, you hold people accountable and responsible, don't you?
I do indeed. You know I do.
Including the patient.
Yeah,
He's going to hold you accountable for
We're
what
going to
he
have that
giving you.
conversation.
Show him that herb book one more time, sir.
Yes, I will.
Please.
Herbs and medicines. Make sure your doctor either has it, your medicine, but you can get it yourself. It reads very easily. It has colorful pictures in it. It talks about the herb, how it is, how it works, but also the interaction with certain
get me
drugs.
one of them. I can get that at Amazon?
Yes,
you
can.
Okay.
You can get it at Amazon.
All right.
Very good.
You got Doc here today, Dr. BMM, Heart Plus Diagnostic Clinic.
Right.
Not hard to find, not hard to connect with,
Right.
not hard to be in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't thank you enough. Did we do okay?
Oh, man, we get great, man.
Oh, man.
I could sit here all day.
Look out now. And we got Doc coming back in about 3 months
Yes,
now.
yes.
We got him
yes,
coming back in
yes.
3 months. But
Right.
don't wait till 3 months
Okay.
to find someone to
will.
connect with
I will.
that's willing to train you. I'm talking to these people that watching.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Doc, you already in a good space.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I want
all
some
right.
of this energy, some of this power. You need to connect
And
with
what you're
Heart
doing is
Plus
beautiful.
Diagnostic Clinic. You know how to find them. All you got to do, and be sure to share the video and the conversation. Without you all, there wouldn't be a us. Know this,
Amen.
that that you're very valuable, you're very capable, you're more than prepared to battle because we are being attacked. I kind of switched it around, and know that you are superheroes
Right.
wherever you
One
are.
more thing. I know
Go
I
right
see
ahead.
a couple of my Divine Nine family out there. Divine
wanna
Nine.
shout 'em
I am
out?
a Phi Beta Sigma incorporated member. And I see a couple of people online over there. I want to shout out to all the Divine Nine, and not just the Sigmas, not just the Zetas, but we're proud of all of them. The fact that we've gotten very close to getting in the White House, but we actually did get one of the presidents that is a Sigma. I'll let y'all do the research to find out who that is.
He in there putting them up.
Putting them up. We are the first fraternity to actually have a president in Africa to be in the fraternity. And I would just say I'm proud of the Alphas, my Sigmas, my Omegas, the Kappas, all of them, and all of the sororities and all. And, of course, the Freemasonic order as well, to which I'm a part of as well. And a shout out to all of them. Y'all keep doing that good work. Collaborate together. Work on projects together. Okay?
Powerful. Right. And we're going to end on this, guys. Here we go.
Love and peace. Get peace. Love. Community skill. Hey, everybody. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Welcome to the show. We about to drop some knowledge to Mr. Howard Sanders with the brother Coach Body. Superheroes, conversation about the real. They try to keep it clean, but let's express how you feel. Good spirit, good vibe, no hatred or no hate. We all in the same gang, gonna change a better day. The prophet of the truth, initials POT. No price tag on this knowledge, you can get it for the free. Reach one, teach one, the old and the young. We got it by the spirits with the power of the tongue. I'm on the inside looking out, they on the outside looking in. Keep it cordial, don't export it. Call them family, call them friends. You pursue it, you can do it. Show love, count your blessings. Life is hard, but it's fair, and it comes with some lessons. Mental power for an hour, want some knowledge, come to college. Important people, different topics, not that daily garbage gossip. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong.